Hey there, this is Eddie with Multi-Man Services. It's December 27th, I think. We're on the roof here. We were called out because we had a leak in a vent bathroom over there somewhere after doing an attic inspection. I come to find that right in this area here, right here, in the attic, it's black, it's moldy, and it's very, very spongy. If I was to step in this area, very spongy, compromised, not a serious issue. And the same situation is for over there as well. That one right there, not this one, but this one. Two ways you can go about getting these fixed. Have all the shingles in this area taken up, replace the plywood from above, and then put the shingles back with a new vent. Or instead of doing the surgery of pulling up the plywood from above, you can actually do support from the attic up. So put a new, I don't know, like a 2 foot by 3 foot sheet of plywood, glue that up from in the attic down on the bottom of this spongy sheet of plywood, and then support that with 2x4s. That way this whole section here is nice and strong and supported from below, and you don't have to do the surgery of pulling out a sheet of plywood above here, which would be way more expensive. So supporting from the attic below would be more affordable, the best repair in my opinion. Right now what we did was we just did a general band-aid repair with a little sealant. If you look in the photos, that whole entire vent was raised up, so that should stop the leak. When I got here I thought it was this. Usually we have dry rot on this rubber gasket, but that's good to go. But while I'm up here, I figured I'd talk a little bit more about, how we did the roof clean here earlier in spring or summer of 2019. Everything looks really good, but I'd like to draw attention to these screws right here. You can see how they're starting to pop up, be exposed. So there's a handful of other photos I took. A lot of the flashing around the chimneys, some areas on the chimneys that could use some roofing sealant, and throughout the rest of the roof. So very minor repair needed here. We should be good to go for the rest of the winter. So the plan, so we can get a chance to talk to the board March or spring about how to proceed with the roof maintenance. So previously I gave you a quote of like $3,100 or something for roof max treatment for each building, this one, that one. And if you would like, I would be glad to, the two separate services on that quote: roof conditioning treatment and the roof tune-up. And the roof tune-up is at $895, and that was without knowing about the problems with the vents here. Obviously, pulling up shingles and replacing a vent is way more time-intensive, labor-intensive, and material that we weren't expecting to pay for the $895 for the original roof maintenance tune-up quote. So, probably going to be at $275 per vent to replace 1, 2, 3, 4. So just under about $1,100 to do that. If you accept my original quote for the original roof tune-up and the original roof conditioning treatment, I'd be glad to replace these vents for you at no cost. And the reason that is because after I get done doing a roof conditioning treatment, what I'll do is I'll come back 4 days later and then make the repair on these vents. The benefit of doing that is because after I apply my conditioning oil to your shingles, they actually allow me to remove the shingles around the area without tearing or damaging them. So I won't actually have to bring replacement shingles with me. I'll be able to use the original shingles after I replace the vent. If I don't do the conditioning treatment and I attempt to make the vent repair without the conditioner, I run the risk, and more than likely will tear shingles, rip them. They're glued together, and the benefit of me using that conditioner is it allows the shingle to loosen up a little bit and be more flexible. This has been beaten by the sun. That seal strip has sealed to the one below it. So when we apply that conditioner, it makes my job easier. That's the reason why I'd be glad to offer you the replacement on the vents at no cost, $1,100 savings per house. Any questions you have, my name is Eddie with Multi-Man Services. Coming here on a Friday night on the last minute. Let me introduce myself. Thank you for having me here. Feel free to give me a call on my personal cell anytime, 815-520-6020. Thank you.